Hello, hello, and welcome to Commitment 3, Feeling My Feelings. So the above the line commitment of a conscious leader would be and sound like, I commit to feeling my feelings all the way through to completion. They come up, I locate them in my body, I move, I breathe, and I vocalize what am I feeling to let them then fully release. That's the commitment above the line, yeah? The commitment below the line would be, I commit to resisting, judging, and apologizing for my feelings. I repress, avoid, and withhold them. I don't feel my feelings. I don't allow my feelings to move through the body. Now, more and more research is coming out that in leadership or in any context in life and in any healthy relating or a human being that's healthy and holistic in life, not only IQ is important, but also EQ, which stands for emotional intelligence. So leadership intelligence is very closely linked to emotional intelligence, which means that we can access the head, the heart, and the gut, and align these three important energy centers in the body into one stream of flowing energy. And we understand that most of the choices that we make in life, including in business and leadership or any projects that we're engaged in, any personal relationship, anything in life, is the choices that the true choices we make are made from the heart space. And then you might know the very well-known phrase, trust the gut. Yeah, so trust is located in the gut area. And then the head is important to really see all the pieces at play, to see what is the context that we're operating in, what's the useful approach here. That's also very useful and important. However, most people are living their lives kind of from here, from the neck upwards, in terms of making decisions and even in terms of how they think they feel their feelings. Most people think, including leaders, most people think they feel their feelings, or they have disregard for them altogether because they don't feel it is important for them. So they think their feelings, or they deny them altogether, and therefore suppress feelings, which has enormous consequences for health of the body, health of the system, emotional health, relational health, so physical health, then also interpersonal health, and especially also in the work context. Now, we've defined 2 steps in developing emotional intelligence, EQ. The first step is, what is an emotion? Let's even talk about what is an emotion. What is an emotion? Well, really, how we define motion is energy in motion. Motion. Energy in motion. In other words, moving energy through the body. It is no different than a moving energy through, let's say, a tree or a wave of the ocean or a river. We're surrounded by moving energy, the rain, all of that. Nature's constantly moving energy. Yeah. We don't really have words for it. Outside of it might be raining, but we don't necessarily have words for the quality of that emotion, but it is energy emotion. And we do have words for identifying our core emotions, which is the second step, is to identify what are the core 5 emotions, or one of them or a few of them, that are at play here. Now, the 5 core emotions are anger, fear, sadness, joy, and sexual feelings. And if we either suppress, avoid, deny, or judge any of these emotions, we don't allow our natural flow of energy to move through us. And the consequences of that is that if we block our energy, we don't only block our energy of anger, for example. If we block our energy of anger, we don't only block our energy of anger, we also block our energy of joy, or the capacity for joy, or the capacity for sexual feelings. So often there's associated emotions with these 5 core emotions. With anger, there's, for example, the need, if there's an anger arising in the system, it's actually a signpost and a pointer to where am I not listening to my boundaries? Where do I need to say no? What needs to change in life or in business? Where do I feel violated? And how can I learn to express that, to listen to that first, and then express that, what is it that I really need or want in this moment? So anger, as well as fear, sadness, joy, and sexual energy, is pointing us towards something, and something that's available for us. What sometimes tends to happen is that we metastate or loop in an emotion. For example, with sadness, if we feel comfortable in that emotion, for some of us, we feel comfortable in an emotion of sadness, we tend to loop that emotion. So we repeat a story in our mind of something that has happened in the past, and we loop in that for a while. Because actually, one of these core emotions, if they run through us, it actually takes about 90 seconds to run through the system to come up, be felt, be processed, and be released. It takes about 90 seconds. So anything longer than that is in looping of an emotion, which means we're actually in story. So we're actually in our head. We're no longer in our bodies. Or like we're in some way resisting, judging, or clinging, or apologizing for the emotion. Yeah. And sadness has to do with what am I needing to let go of? Maybe there's a loss or a grieving process at play, something that needs to be released or let go of. Fear is really healthy. Initial fear is a sense of alertness. When we're in new situations or new contexts, new environments, it's really, really healthy for us to experience a little bit of fear, which is this little bit of energy that keeps us alert. We're on the lookout. We're alert. Yeah. And this fear is really healthy when it's appropriate to the context. If we're laying in bed at night with a beautifully soft bed and a fully filled stomach, and we're thinking about what may happen in the future, and if we're going to be able to provide for ourselves, or what may happen with this meeting in 3 days' time, or what may happen X, Y, Z, then we're creating anxiety in our own minds, which is not a part of these core emotions. So then we're in our heads. We're not actually in our feeling states. So, and then joy a lot of people are disconnected from their joy, actually. Joy is a beautiful emotion, and it is very closely linked to sadness. The degree to which we can experience sadness is the degree to which we experience joy. And joy is a sense of opportunity, possibility, aliveness, excitement, gratitude, a deep appreciation and gratitude for life. And not based on any external circumstances per se, because it's a nice sunny day, or because it's a good day at work, or because it's my birthday, or whatever else. No, simply it's an intrinsic driver of joy that's intrinsically in us. And then sexual feelings is often, it has to do with basic creativity. So if we're connected to our sexual feelings, we're connected to our basic creativity. Think of like a creation in the world of a mother that's pregnant and birthing a child. That's creation. That's fundamental creation. And we can birth projects or businesses or ideas into the world. That basic creativity is a sexual energy. It comes from a sexual place. And again, with all of these energy centers, they can be either overexpressed or sort of expressed in the context where it's actually distorted. Yeah, so to feel the sexual energy and I'm going to watch lots of porn. That is a distortion of that sexual energy. If we can recognize that energy and then utilize it in a powerful way, we can actually birth that new project or that new idea in the world. Or make love with our partner or a loved one. Yeah, and there's a distinction in these energies and how we use them and how we transmute these energies. That's where we become powerful in feeling our feelings, and that's how we develop EQ. So as you move through the day, what is a powerful exercise and a powerful practice to engage in is to sometimes stop, let's say 3 times a day, morning, midday, evening, maybe right before dinner. Maybe that could be a good moment. And sit down and simply feel the body. Notice which energy is arising. Just name it. There's sadness here. There's joy here. There's fear here. And then don't overanalyze as to what that might be about or what it is being caused by or whatever, and simply feel it and then move on. This is how you develop emotional intelligence. And then as that will ripple into your workplace and into your business and into your leadership, you are able to move through experiences a lot quicker. And you're able to make decisions that are not only beneficial for you or for your team, but for the whole and the collective. As we're deeply connected to our gut, which is basic trust, and then our heart, which is compassion and love, not only for ourselves or for our direct family or friends or circles, but also for the wider humanity and planetary system at large. Now, for most of us, it's particularly in feelings that we're not used to, it's going to feel uncomfortable to lean into that experience. It's going to maybe feel disassociating. If this is the case and you struggle with this, with finding a sense of connection in this, reach out to us and I'm happy to jump on a one-on-one call with you and help you with this so that you can really get in tune. What are the feelings here and how can I listen more deeply? And really the quality that we can bring into this is a listening quality, an allowing quality, not so much of a fixing or needing to understand. It's a different kind of quality. So incorporating commitment 2, which is curiosity, and radical responsibility. There are no circumstances in our environment, whether people or things, that can cause us to feel a particular way. The feeling is occurring inside of our bodies, which means I'm responsible for my feelings. So we're not going to go into the blame game where you are angry, so now I am feeling fearful or whatever. That is not useful. We're not taking responsibility for our emotions. Maybe you can still recognize this person is angry and I'm feeling fearful in response to that. How can I feel this fear more fully? Take a breath, move, vocalize. And sometimes what's required, if we look at babies or animals, is a bit more movement. If we go through a bigger wave, which sometimes happens in life, as there's more bigger life events happening, maybe there's a breakup, or you've lost your parent, or someone has passed away, or something else has happened, you've been fired, or whatever has happened, yeah? And sometimes these emotions can be quite strong, and the waves can feel bigger as the energy does, and the energy moves simply in a different way this time. The real emotional intelligence and the real capacity to sit in that and move with that is where your strength lies. And is where you really get to start to become really in tune with these emotions. And instead of going below the line of, oh, why is this happening to me, poor me, we're going to go into what a beautiful opportunity to learn and grow. Yeah, so you're going to go immediately into curiosity. And from that place of curiosity, there's more allowance available in the system. And now you can move through the emotion more fully, or allow the emotion to move through you, rather. And if we're used to big experiences, if the waves are a bit tiny and just, yeah, then that can feel really comfortable. Oh, sorry, uncomfortable. That can feel uncomfortable to have nothing going on because we're so used to big experiences and emotions. So really what we want to create in the system, in the nervous system, we got a whole nervous system section as well. where you can look into and really get to know your body and your nervous system better, which is really important for leadership, is to really become agile and flexible in our nervous system. Can we both experience the fullness of big emotions if they arise and come through, and also sit in the quiet peace and quiet if there's nothing there in that moment? And there's always energy, emotion moving through the body. It just depends to what degree. And if we really look at it, energy, emotion through the body, there's no good or bad emotions or better or worse emotions. There's simply energy, emotion. So have a play with this and reach out to us if you have any questions or want some more clarity or explanation on things. Thank you.